There's a gentleman here, you are fighting your wife because of a boy. A baby boy, like call it a baby boy, because you know this boy is not your own. You know that, no, you are not the one that sleep with this woman. And the pregnancy is not yours. Deliver a baby boy. You are saying they should go for a lot of... Why do you say it's not yours? This is why I'm calling you. Because you saw a letter. Okay? So please, you say this boy is not your own. This woman slept with a woman outside and carried this pregnancy to the... Okay? This battle has been there. And the boy is there now. So this is tormenting your life. Come on. Come on. Jesus loves you.
My name is Prince Napoleon Paul Amanfo. I came from Benue State. The prophecy the man of God gave is actually truth. I was sitting somewhere around there when this prophecy came. And I quickly got up because I felt it was my prophecy. Around 2009, I lost my first wife. And then later, after 1 year or thereabout, I went for another wife. While we were staying or preparing to get married, I went to my wife's business center, and I met her with one man. She introduced that man to me as her man friend or boyfriend, something like that. And I turned and watched the man. Then I didn't feel bad anywhere because I know they must have known themselves ever before I came into her life. So I turned and shook hands with the man. We greeted. After a small exchange of pleasantries, I told the man that from today, please, this woman has become my wife. I've married her. Whatever that is holding both of you should stop from today henceforth. And the man concurred. He accepted. He agreed. But to my greatest surprise, I began to see this man around. While we were preparing, my wife was still living in her own house where she was living before I met her. So one fateful day I visited her, I saw a picture on the wall. And this picture was exactly the picture of the man I spoke with. I told my wife to please remove this picture from here. She promised going to do that. I was expecting her to do that immediately. She never did. After about a few days later, I went to her place. The picture was still hanging there. I called her and said, I thought I said you should remove this picture. She said she would do that. Then, on the third time or thereabout, I went to her place. She has removed the picture. I was happy. Later, she moved to where I live. We started living as husband and wife in the same apartment. While we were living, after some time, she told me that she's nursing some feeling. I asked her to go for medical tests. She went and came back, and it was pregnancy. We were happy about that too. Then from that day, she told me, or she showed me that pregnancy test. We never met again until she gave birth. We never met. In fact, not even till she stopped breastfeeding the child. We never met again. So she just lost affection. Then we still continued staying together. One day I was going through, she gave me her album. I was going through there. The same very picture I asked her to take away from her life was inside the album. I smartly took the picture away and hid it. And up till now, she is not even aware of that. I hid the picture. But as this child was growing...
And can you tell us the sex of the baby, the child you're talking about?
It's a baby boy. As the boy was growing, I started nursing, having some feelings. Is this child actually for me? If my wife can stay for a year without meeting with me, or more than a year, that means she's having somebody outside who is, having a good time with her. So that was just my feeling. So the suspicion kept coming to my mind. As this boy was growing, unknown to her, I will sometimes bring out this very picture of this very man and try to compare, try to compare, the look, whether there is a resemblance of myself or that of the man. So, but this thing kept going. She never knew, nobody ever knew. As this was going on, sometimes in her business center, maybe if I come back from work and go there, I will see this very man sitting with my wife, chatting. The anger will, in fact, I will start feeling very bad. So I told her, leave this man. All the problems you have been having is based on this man. So that suspicion kept coming towards me. And it was affecting me, actually, like the man of God said. Why I even came here last Sunday was what she said 2 Mondays back before I left home, coming here. I was on my way to the east before I said, let me come pray here. She said something that touched my heart. She said, since me and my children wants to kill her, because my first wife dropped 2 female children for me. Since 2 of us want to kill her, that she will kill us one by one. I felt bad. I said, this woman, something is wrong. I called her and said, you are the one saying this. Let me tell you, if you don't do away with this very man in your life, that this man will destroy you and destroy the entire family. That was what prompted my coming to synagogue. And behold, last Sunday, my meditation has been, God, settle my home. Settle my home. Behold, last Sunday when I was sitting here across the opposite that side, the prophecy came, and I quickly grabbed it and came out. So that was how the whole thing went.
That is a wife coming forward. And the little boy, as you're saying. And right now, we want to hear from them what the wife has to say in regards to the prophecy that was given to her husband.
My name is Ngozi Amonfo. I reside in Benue State, Makurdi. The boy beside me is Emmanuel Amonfo. He's my son. I thank God for this day. I'm here in respect of the prophecy given to my husband. Last week, Sunday, before then, he told me that he's coming to synagogue for prayer. I said, okay, it's fine. And I asked for Johnny Mercy. In the night of that Sunday, because of power supply, there was no light. It was in the morning I watched the replay. I saw the prophecy. I said, glory be to God. If this could be the root of the problem, unhappiness in the home, God, you know how. So when I saw the prophecy, I thank God. We met in a dating environment. I sell beer. And he was once a worker in a brewery. That was how we met. So when he came to me and he asked my hand in marriage, I accepted. So in the process of introducing, he told me that he was having a girlfriend before. I said, fine. I said, okay, thank God you're around. See my friend. They greeted. We ends there. We prepared for the marriage. Along the line, I was pregnant. And at times, if he comes to the beer parlor, you know the nature of the business, you must have men and women around you. You greet, you chat with them. So if he comes, you say, he's not happy seeing this guy here. I said, oh, but between 2 of us, there's nothing attached. So in the process of the whole thing, I took in, when I gave birth to this child, all of a sudden, I noticed that there's no affection towards him. I was asking, say, God, what is happening? This little boy, what did he do? That if dad is not even showing likeness, he can't even hold him on the street. He can't even take him to barbing salon to barb hair. I was confused. I said, oh, no problem. God, you know how we started, and I know that anything that is not from you, you put a stop to it. I thank God. Seeing him on the tele that day, telling that the suspect, and I'm confused.
So we have heard from the wife and what she has to say in regards to the prophecy that was given by the man of God, Prophet T.B. Joshua. And glory be to God Almighty that everybody, the prophecy concerns, are right here before us. And we are seeing clearly the pictures we are seeing right in front of us. And right now we can raise the case because the man of God, Prophet T.B. Joshua, will definitely come into the matter. And we are going to hear from the man of God the heart of God, because God Almighty has the final say. So right now, let us rest the case here and wait for God's instruction through His anointed one, Prophet T.B. Joshua.
Thank you very much for your response to the issue on the ground. Thank you very much. If you honor a prophet because he's a prophet, you receive prophet rewards. Thank you. If I may listen to your testimony where you say you people met at a very dirty environment. So I think I caught that. And I know you people were not given yourself to deliverance. And when you meet in such an environment, the first thing is to go for deliverance. And after deliverance, we ask God direction. But why we are here today is because of this little one. I was looking at the whole thing, trying to trace the father of this boy. Look, my brother, forget about the circumstances surrounding your situation, your challenges. So much circumstances. But this is your blood. Wait, before, Uncle, wait. This is your blood. There's so much circumstances, but I trace it to your blood. This guy. But I will not stand here and say the marriage should continue. After the deliverance, we need to ask God, is this woman your wife? Is this man your husband? But my assignment at this moment, this boy is yours. Irrespective of people that have met in the past, if 100 men sleep with a single woman, and at the end of the day, that woman conceived, it's one of the 100 own the baby, and you are the one. This is just my assignment. I want to meet you more. I want to meet you so that I can tell you people about deliverance. After your deliverance, you need to ask God, who is this woman? Is it my wife? Who is this man? Is this man my husband? You need to ask that. But this boy is yours. So, thank you very much.